Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Coding with Chris. We're gonna continue on with Cave Lords, and we've got some fun stuff today. Hey, Levi, what's happening? Sire, what's going on, man? So, we're gonna continue on with the rivers, but let's just take a look and remind ourselves where we were. So, if we do a new game. Wait for it to load up. And wait, and wait, and wait, and wait. Hey, Wildfire. We've got ourselves a little crappy blue line here that we can barely see, but it is a blue line and it's contiguous. It goes from one end to the other. And it's got a little bit of wiggle in it, so that's cool. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make this a little more usable. And the way we're going to do that, I think we talked about this last time, is I'm going to use modified A-star pathfinding to do this. Because we're going to need A-star pathfinding anyway, and that'll work just fine for rivers. Because basically A-star is just finding the best path between a start node and an end node with heuristics. So that'll work just fine here. So what we're gonna do, one of the things, well, here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to start by going through the steps we're gonna have to take for a an A-star thing. So let me get my notes here, because I have actually been looking at stuff. So I wouldn't be, completely stumbling through this. But we're just going to do some pseudocode here. All right, so we're going to have, basically the way A-star works is you have two arrays. You have what's called an open array, and you have a closed array. Now, I don't like the name. This is what you see in most A-star things. I hate this naming, because as I was going through this, I kept going, wait, which one is open and which one is closed? What does that mean? So basically, this is the examined nodes array, right? And then this is the unexamined nodes array. I'm not. Anyway, that's what it is. I'm going to stick with open and closed, because otherwise I'll get confused anyway, but that's essentially what those are. So we're going to, when we do this, we're going to call basically something like a find path, right? And we're going to have a start node, or in our case tile, and an end tile, or a destination. Let's call it a destination tile. And what's that? What we're going to do here is, the first thing we do is put the start tile in the open array. So we've got a tile in there, and then we start looping through the open array. And what we want to do is we want to set a current node, the one we're looking at now, and that's going to be let's stick with our tile notation here. That's the tile in open with the lowest F cost. Now this is where heap is optimal. This is the step that where the heap is going to be good for optimization. And let's define what the heuristics are. So the basic formula for A star is your F cost is equal to a G cost plus an H cost. Yes, that's really descriptive, I know. So the G cost is essentially the cost from the current node and the H cost equals the cost from the destination node, or the cost to the destination node, I should say. Now, most A stars are pathfinding, and those costs are just distance. So it's, if I'm here on this grid square and I'm trying to get over here, well, the first thing I check is this tile, and its cost is whatever the cost, the distance from here to here is its G cost, and its H cost is the distance from here to my destination. So as I move around, those G costs and H costs will change. Now, the reason that we can use this pretty well for rivers is because this is typically a distance, but it could also be a distance times elevation, right? So my lowest elevation is going to get preference on my path. Or it could be a distance times terrain cost of a tile. So let's say it costs more to move through thick jungle than it does through the plains, right? So I may pick the path through the plains more preferentially as long as it ends up being not longer, right? So that's all the H cost is it's some kind of heuristic that I'm determining how far do I still have to go on this path to get to my destination. And by the way, this, you know, things like this can happen cost from the current node too. It doesn't have to necessarily be just distance. So anyway, this is kind of what we're trying to look for. That is not what I wanted to do. So we're going to loop through open. We get a current tile, which is the lowest F cost in there. We remove current from open, add current to closed, because we are evaluating this, so this is no longer unevaluated. It's going into our evaluated set, right? And if current is the destination tile, then exit. We're done. We've got our path. Thanks for the help. Which okay, fine. You do it this way. All right, so that's the thing there. And then test. Oh, there will be tests. Oh, yes. For each tile.neighbor. So here, I think we talked last time about the tile is going to have a concept of who its neighbors are. Or the map, I think better would be the tile, the map, you give it a tile and the map says here are its neighbors. Oh. Well, seem to be coming through. I'm getting them. Or I'm hallucinating. One of the two. Both possible. So, well, this is... Let's get this lined up so I don't confuse myself later. Right. So for each one of these, if is not traversable, yeah, I have no idea. It could be, well, no, it thinks I'm using Ruby. It smarted up a little bit. I don't know why it thinks that, because this is not, this is just weird. But anyway, none of this is good Ruby code, but I guess it figured since everything else I have open is Ruby, I must be wanting that. So anyway, yeah, so if the neighbor isn't traversable, so like the neighbor doesn't exist because I'm on the edge of the map, or the neighbor is some impenetrable mountain tile or some crap like that, for whatever reason it's not traversable, or if the neighbor is in closed, which means we've already evaluated that tile. Yeah, C partially assumes from last open language. Yeah, I would think that that would have to be what it's doing, because everything else I've got open is Ruby, so then we exit, or not exit, we next. We just go on to the next neighbor, right? Otherwise, if new path to the neighbor, Nabot? I'd like a Nabot. Shorter, or if the neighbor is not in the open set, right? So we haven't already put it in the open to evaluate it. Then we set the neighbor F cost. We set neighbor parent to the current tile. So we build a path from step to step. And then if neighbor is not in the open, we add neighbor to open. So this should be the majority of kind of the general flow of what A star does, right? Now there's all kinds of specifics in here, but this is kind of the talking it through of what the loop does. Does anybody see anything in there? Because I'm just learning this stuff. So all you pro game developers, I know A star is a common thing. Did I explain any of this incorrectly? That you can see. Because this is now my understanding of generally how A star works. So you don't remember that, Levi? That's not something you do every day? Okay, well, we'll figure it out. I mean, we'll start from here and we'll refine as we go. So the one thing I'm going to do, going to be on the test. That's right. So I'm going to just comment that out so it doesn't try to... Hey, Grenormo. How's it going? Welcome. So what I want to do first is I want to deal with this concept of tile neighbors. Okay. So the tile knows its X and Y, right? And this is not the this is the X and the Y of its position in the array, not the X and Y of its draw position, right? And that's what we want. So the tile knows that. So when if I have a tile, I can look and see what tiles are around it. So I think the place to do that is in the map itself, right? Because the map is the array of tiles. So I need my, what the hell am I looking for? Maps. My generic map, because any kind of map should be able to do this, right? So this is one of the places where I actually want to write some tests, because I'm going to confuse the crap out of myself if I don't. So in maps, what am I doing? Oh, I got like 2 hours of sleep last night, so I am really struggling. There we go. What I want. All right, and then we will move generic map over here. All right, we want that, and we want to describe generic map. You did. Yeah, I hate those nights when you just can't go to sleep. I think I was excited. I was actually really excited about doing this stuff, to be honest, and was thinking about this at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Couldn't go to sleep. It's like, you know, a 3-year-old the night before a Disney trip or something. All right, so we want a context for, so do I have the short? No. When the tile, no, we want a context of get neighbor tiles. All right, that's what we're trying to. All right, so when the tile is in the corner, we want certain things. When the tile is on the map edge, we want certain things. When the tile is not the map edge, we want certain things. I may be able to combine these two. I think actually I only care about that because corner is just 2 edges, right? All right, so let's say I'm always either going to have from anywhere from 3 to 8 neighbors, right? Because diagonals count here. We'll count diagonals. So if I'm in the worst case is I'm in the very corner of the map, I would only have 3 neighbors. And 5 of my neighbors are nil, right? Another case is I'm in the middle of an edge, so I would have 5 neighbors and 3 of my neighbors would be nil. But the very worst case is I've got 3 neighbors. The very best case is I'm somewhere in the center of the map and I've got 8 neighbors, right? So I'll always have between 3 and 8 neighbors. So when that happens, well, I don't really need to predefine an array. I just need to get a list of the actual neighbors that are there, the return. I'll have to check each of the neighbor positions, all 8 of them, to see which ones are nil, but then when I'm looking through its neighbors, I don't want to go through things that I already know are nil. So what I want to do is I want to return only non-nil neighbors. All right, so what we want to do is we want to define this map. Yeah, I could, but I think that there's an easier way to do that. But let's see, we'll work our way through this. So I want to let the tiles, let's see, we want, I'm gonna make us just kind of a small map here. Okay, so then I want map to be an array. No. How am I going to define this? Because I can't do that. All right, let's do it this way. Let map width be 5. Map height be 5. That, and then I still have to define map properly, but what we're gonna do I pass it in my constructor X, Y, and size. And let's give it a size of I don't know, 10. Just for giggles, okay? Wait a minute. I don't need to do that. This map is just that. That is the map. Right? Right. Oh, still needed that though. Okay. So I have to define this though. Does Ruby let you reallocate an array, multi-dimensional array? Or actually... Yeah. So, okay, so I just create a new of the X, and then for each X, I create a new of the Y. Yeah. Apples. And then... Right? That's a thing that happens, isn't it? Let's just see what happens. Oh. Yep. Okay. So that actually seems to work. Let's put map 1 1. I want to see if a thing comes out here. 0. It's not right. Yeah. This isn't in an mruby context, so I actually can do that. Okay, so... What happened? Oh, you're right. Thank you. I screw up. All right, you know what? Screw you, Rubocop. Shut up. There we go. Thank you, Wildfowler. All right. So I've got the thing. So if my, let's say, let's make my current tile, make my current tile equal map 0 0, right? So that should be in the corner. Oh. Wait, I need a generic map here. So what I need to do is I need to get that map into this map. No, I don't. It's fine. For you. Can I not just get all neighbors and do a reject? Yes. But I don't need to return them to here. I can do the reject over before I actually return it. don't think I have to pass anything into that. Oh. Okie dokie. Width is what? We're 5 by 5, so 5. Height is 5. Tile size is 10, and seed is 1, 2, 3. Great, nifty. All right, so the exact syntax here. Do. But do I want to do it before or after? No, I need to do it before. Right. Okay, so I actually need to stub. Yeah. That's the syntax I want. This. Okay. So I'm just setting the map to what we've defined here instead of having to have the generic map class generate its own map. I just want the map to be this because I want to know what I'm testing against. Right? So I should be able to have current tile like this. Am I still working here? Holy hell. Holy hell, that worked. All right, so I'm just going to do a quickie test here to make sure I'm getting the right tile. This isn't... I just want to make sure I'm getting a right actual tile object. Oh. Dummy. Let me do that for chat. Come on. All right, good. Got the right thing. All right, so if I neighbors of current tile, right? There we go. So I want I want map 0, 1, right? I want that tile. Yes. Yeah, I just like the more English reading version better, but yes. All right, so what did I just do? Didn't I write this already? What the hell? Oh, highlighted something. First of all, if I'm passing back an array, yeah, and at 0, 0, I should have 3 neighbors, right? Right. Okay. Man, I really want a Nabot, apparently. And it should include map 1, 0. Huh? Control shift down. No, I think it's your second one. Shift alt down. No, I can't remember. I don't know, but my muscle memory is so geared on copy paste because I've been doing it for 25 years that just didn't bother going elsewhere with it, you know. And then I should include 1, 1. So those are the 3 I should get back, right? Yeah. All right, so now if I run this should fail because I don't have a get neighbors method, right? So let's implementalize that. All right, so what we need to do is I guess I want to do this as a for loop, not an each loop, because if I don't do this as a for loop and I do an each, Levi will yell at me, and then I'll have to hang my head in shame. Well, I mean, yeah. So picky, Levi. Making method signatures match. How do I want to do this? Am I getting ready to use the structure for VB instead of Ruby for this? We want to go -1 to 1, right? That's not how you do that in Ruby. Levi, I just use eaches. I don't ever use for loops, so I don't even know what the frickin'... Making me Google search things again. Oh, well, that was a useful link. Jerkweeds. Why would I use a 4 though? Well, because I need to go from -1 to 1. Right? Is my 3 hours of sleep screwing with my brain here? I mean, what I want to do is this. But you won't let me do that. You get mad at me when I do that. Hard code the indices, diffs, put everything in an array and compact it. Also, this won't. Why won't this work, Levi? What's wrong, Sensei? F3R, help. And I haven't forgotten about checkers. I want to do it justice. Well, I mean, you know, whatever. And then I have to do, let's make this X and Y so I, wait, 2 dots is exclusive, right? If I want inclusive, I got to do that, right? Or is that exclusive? No, I think I had it right first. This is actually an offset. Okay. I had it right the first time then. And I want, I'm just going to walk my way through this, and then we can optimize, because I'm sure that there are better ways to do this. Not sure I'm following you. Hard code the indices diffs, put everything in an array and compact it. Oh, I see what you're saying. Just write out the negative instead of doing for loops, just God bless. I really want that bot. Well, I know. So, yeah, I get what you're saying. Likely that would be because there's always just 8 of those, right? It's not like there's a variable number. Right. The problem, though, is that, like in this case, map x-1 and y-1 will actually blow up, right? Well, no, it would just return nil. Well, send code here. Actually, what you can do, F, is just throw it in the Discord in the Cave Lord stream. I've got that up in that forum. Yeah, Twitch a bitch. Okay, so I want my X check equals yeah, which is not nice. But you can just throw it. There. So that should be my tile.x plus my x offset, right? And if my X check is less than 0, then next, right? And then the same for my Y. What did I do? Why did it indent me? What did I do? Weird. Or if these are out bigger than the map size. Have to be greater than, right? Yes. And then here as well. Right? So that should take care of the error handling. Yeah. Yes, thank you. That is more readable. Oh, I did that on the wrong bloody line, didn't I? I'm a dum-dum. There we go. Okay, now we should be okay. How do we access tiles from the map? The map has this at map is our array of tiles. You are actually correct. I like that idea. That cleans up this crap a lot. So where could we do that? Because I don't well, no. Yeah, I like that, but I don't know that I want to go through the restructuring. I thought I had a get tile at. It did. So this is, oh, this is converting a pixel XY to a tile index XY. That's different than what I'm trying to do. Right. Okay, so yeah, you're right. All right, we'll do that. Generic map. Thanks, I don't need that right now. So get tile at XY, right? And I know I can do this all in one line, but it gets hard to read if you put that many damn things in there. If X is greater than width. I like this, sire. This is way more better. That's why I do this live. You guys come up with good ideas. Give yourself one of these, sire. You deserve it. So I can do... There you go. Get tile at X check, Y check. And then I want to put that into Nate Burrs. I am just goddamn determined to put a T in this word. No. Right? That's what I want. No, not quite. Let's put neighbor is that, and then shovel that into neighbors if neighbots. Yeah, but they're the negative version of ChatGPT, right? They're the neighbots. All right, so that'll keep me from throwing nils in there, so I don't have to compact anything. I just never throw nils in there in the first place. Right, so does that look correct? What are you bitching about? Yeah. I think that looks correct. Well, let's find out. Worst that could happen is blue flames come out of the top of my PC, right? Okay, that didn't work. Undefined method to include. Oh. Yes. You are correct. Oh. Okay. I didn't do something right there. Put something somewhere where it shouldn't have been. Well, no, I don't think it's only nils. I think I got this back as neighbors instead of an array of tiles. The hell did I do? Oh. I'd actually want to, once again, pass that back. Well, I never returned the actual array of tiles, yeah. Okay, so it's empty. Gotta return the actual... Oh, for fart's sake. Get tile at undefined method for oh yeah. Oh, hold on a second. Did I try to overload that? No, but what's happening now is because I never called generate map, this internal map, I can get a map back here of the one I want, right? But if I call, screw it. All right, I'm gonna. Yeah, I've got to set the Ivar in the before block to do this. I think that should work, right? Because this should still have access to to that. It does get a little hard. What I could actually do is just I could actually build a world map instead of a generic map and just call its generate map, but that unencapsulates the test, and I don't want to do that. So while yes, this is more difficulty, it's actually more correcty, I think, in my opinion. So still nothing. Yes, you were. Did I put... Oh, I did put buy bug in here. Yay. All right, so what is my... Oh, whoa, hey, 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 hey. Good deed for the year. All right, well, what the hell did I do here? This is... Are you sure about that, Levi? No, this range, right? But what? No. I mean, it just completely skipped this loop. What'd I do? It just completely skipped that loop. Thank you. Got some lunch finally. No, it shouldn't be an array. It's a range. What the hell? I'm just looking at something wrong. Yeah? Yeah? I don't get the problem here. Nothing wrong with that. Shouldn't be anything yet. I've been defined. Right? And if... Oh, because I did it. I'm an idiot. Alrighty. Okay. And then the Y offset. So what's my X check is -1. Y check is -1. So I should get a nil neighbor, right? I did. That's fine. Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. No, that's right. So what is my X check now? I am at 1. All right, that's good. My white check is -1, so this one should be nil. And then 1 1 1 0. Right? Yeah. So I should get oh. Yeah, it doesn't see at map in there. All right. Yep, 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 yep. All right, so what I need to do to make my life easier for now is let us just say in here, I'm just going to make a world map. We'll get there. Okay, so that will actually generate a that, and I don't need that. What I do need is to call that. Okay. Expected 3, got 4. Is that correct? Did I miscount? If I've got 1, 2, 3. No, I should only have 3. Let's see what I get. 0, 0 is, yeah. Oh, yeah, so I don't want to... I've got one more thing to knock out of here. And... so I gotta do next if X check and Y check is tile.y because that's this tile. I don't want that one. Yeah, there you go. Oops. Thank you. Well, you know, Wildfire, I can't disagree there. No, I didn't mean that. Oh. What? Why are you calling... Well, I don't need to do that because I'm actually calling it down here, so that should implement it. But who the hell's calling? Okay. All right. Do. Hey! That's worth a chicky nuggy. Right? Oh, guys, also, I invited Wildfire to come onto the show in July, so he's going to be coming on talking about the art tile, so that'll be fun. So watch out for that one. It's going to be a fun one. All right. Actually, I may stream on July 4th, but I'm not sure if we're going to stream next Thursday. But I probably will stream this on the 4th. Not that I expect anybody to be around to watch it, but I'm too excited doing this stuff. Do. So, I'm gonna have something pretty much like this. I'll expect my... Let's make this 2-2. So then I should have... I'm not going to put all 8... Well, should I? What, you'll probably be here next Tuesday to watch it? I don't do fun things like go outside the house and stuff, so... The other side of my front door is gross. Let's just kind of spot check some things here. Oh, you're not American. I didn't even know that, Levi. Whereabouts in the world are you? Have you told me before? Have I ever asked you? Well, then forgive an old man for forgetting, because I have an old man brain. Where are you? Whereabouts are you? Let's see. Europe. Oh, it narrows it right down. Online safe. Yeah, because if you said like France or Germany or something, that would get somebody really close. I mean, I wasn't asking for your street address. But no, Europe is fine. And your street address. No, 1-1 we won't. Well, will we? Yeah, actually we will have 1-1. Right? 1-1. Yeah, because that would be diagonal southwest. Wildflowers from Europe. Yay. Good thing my show is at 3 p.m. Eastern, huh? So, I'd been thinking about moving my show time because it's getting a little hectic for me. If I moved it to 7 p.m. Eastern, that'd be a little tough for you, wouldn't it? Oh, did it? Cool. Yeah, I haven't played with it yet. There's so much to learn. I'm just starting to learn all the game stuff, so I haven't gotten a chance to play with it yet. Yeah, it makes it 4 p.m. for you, but it makes it stupid o'clock in the morning. So 7 p.m. Well, that's -4 GMT, so it would be basically stupid o'clock in the morning for you, Levi. No, I may keep it at 3. I don't want, you guys have been so so nice to have around, and you've been so generous with your time coming and hanging out with me that I don't want to whipsaw you like that. All right. I think we're in business. Just for you. I mean, mostly. Side effects. Wow. All right, so we know how to do neighbor tiles. All right. Step 1 of our A-splat. I always want to call it A-splat because that's what the little asterisk thing is a splat. It's not a star, it's a splat. I've decided I'm calling this A-splat pathing. I don't care what anybody says. All right, so now what we want to do is not click the wrong fucking button. Sorry. All right, so in our little code here, I think what we want to do now is we want to make an A star, right? Because we're going to need this. will make me a nice little A-star. Oh, and don't let me forget to include that, because I always forget to include that, but we're also going to want to stop forgetting where the hell I am. God, I'm old. Nope, I'm looking for Spec Live. Thank you. I know how much Levi loves watching me do tests, so I think I'm just going to spend the entire stream doing tests. What he gets for mathing me to death in the Discord yesterday. Okay. So what we're going to want is a find path method that takes a takes up to general and do your debug stuff. So we're gonna have a start tile and a destination tile. Amir might yell at you again. Of course, he's seg faulting, so you know you could probably get away with it this week. All right, now what do we want our A star to do? All right, so what can A star do? It turns a path from the start tile to the destination tile. Let's say and we need what Python else. Let's do that. Let's just do a 5x5 again. Tile size of 10 because we're not actually carrying, but that'll make calculations easier. And my wonderful favorite seed. And then so let's let start tile equal map and let's just go with 0 0 and let end tile be map 2 2. No, let's go, let's be bold and go 3 4 like that. Is that our favorite map tile? I think 3 4 is my favorite map tile. Of all the map tiles, 3 4 is my favorite. Okay. Tile size equal 13 because reasons. Hey, you know. All right, so my path is going to be A star. Did I call it get path or find path? Find path. Of course I guessed wrong. Right? So when I call that, it should pass me back a path, which would basically be an array of tiles. Yeah? Array of something. Well, I think it's actually going to be an array of tiles, not coordinates, because if I'm thinking about as I'm pathing, so let's say I'm pathing a river or a pond and I get a path. What I'm going to want to do with them is move them to the next thing to the next tile. So the tiles know where they are. They know their coordinates. What I need is you're going to step through these tiles. I think. When I get a path, let's think about this for a hot second. When I get a path, once I have a path determined, well, yeah, but I want to start with simple. Navigation grid is the same as the tile grid. They can be the same, right? I'm talking without knowing. Yes, they absolutely can be the same, and I don't think it's mechanically problematic whether they are tiles or coordinates. The only thing I'm thinking about is memory consumption, because if I'm making another array of tiles, oh, but I'm just putting a pointer in there. That's, yeah. No, we'll just put the tiles in there. Screw it. Because I may need to look at something on the tile later in the path. Yeah. All right, so I want to expect my path. Yeah, my brain was saying duplicated, but then I started thinking about it and going, no, I'm just putting a pointer in an array to a tile object. So, I mean, you know, technically I'm taking up a smidgen more memory because I've got another array there, but the array is what's taking the memory, not the fact of it's a tile pointer or a set of coordinates. And it's not enough memory to worry about in that case anyway. So. All right, so I would expect my path to spits out fancy programmer terms to contain map. So this is a direct path. Right now I don't have any kind of variation. It's just going straight there. There's no obstructions, there's no nothing in this particular test scenario. So I should have 0, 0. I should have, oh god, I've got a let me put this out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, and then this is 0, 4. I did that right for DR, right? 0, 0 is bottom left. Correct? Well, except now this, but correct? that all? Is that all right? And checkers has a fancy way to do that, right? Doesn't it? On that checkers, am I remembering wrong? Am I using old brain again? Let's look. Nope. Okay. The easiest thing to look up. Do what? So I think, didn't you have like a cool way to like define grids in checkers? That was in that, right? That I saw that? Had like a little DSL for defining what a grid map looked like? Or was that something else? Oh, okay. Must have been something else. Who was it that... Oops. What were we looking at? One of the shows we were looking at something where they had a cool little DSL for defining grids. Oh, that was Kevin's. Right. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That DSL. I like that a lot. May have to work on bringing some of that stuff into checkers. Some of that DSL love. Let's see. So I should have, if I'm going from 0, 0, you can't see where I'm pointing with my finger. I'm going 0, 0 to 3, 4, right? Then I could go this way. So it, yeah, it should prefer the diagonals. Because we'll probably just use Euclidean distance, not like Manhattan distance or anything. So, for the heuristic, so it should end up preferring diagonals, because even though that's something like 1.4 times the width, you're going to come out with less overall going diagonal, right? Because that's the shortest distance. Am I just doing like Sire and spitting out a bunch of big words and not knowing what the hell I'm talking about? Certainly possible. All right, so I should have 1, 1, right? And then I should have 2, 2. Then I should have 3, 3. Oh, the map actually should contain my starting tile too. And then I should have, I think, pretty sure. Then I should have 3, 4. So that's the path I should get back. Right? Are we agreed? Good, I'm glad you agree. Sure, Chris, we agree with you because we know you're the smartest person on the face of the earth. Oh, thanks, guys. It's really nice. All right, so what we want to do... All right, so we need to start moving our arrays over. Oh yeah, oh. OEO, OEO. Yeah, that was it. The dragon skeleton. Oh, and he's got a star in there. Why am I killing myself? All right, let's look at let's take a peeky peek at this. Yeah, so this is the thing this is the DSL I was talking about. I'd forgotten that he was actually doing this on an A-star thing. Because I'm a masochist. Well, yeah, I mean... Oh, man. Learn by suffering. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, and I know there's there's an A-star example in the DragonRuby samples. There's a sample for that. But if I just take that, I won't actually really understand. I kind of do need to do the learning by suffering thing. Or my brain just doesn't latch onto it. I know, right? Okay, so how is he implementing the A-star? This is the testing. In the live. That's fine. Priority queue. Is this a this is a heap. He implemented a heap. This is what I was talking about. He did the heap implementation. See there? I knew somebody must have done it. Nice. Okay. Anywho. Yeah, so he used... Where's he using that heap thing? Or he calls it a priority queue. He should be using it where he's trying to get the lowest F score. Cost to neighbor. Total cost to neighbor. Oh, it must be in one of these. Inside one of these. Okay. Yeah. All right, but let's go through. Once we get this implemented, I may go back there and look at some ideas for optimizing and better ways to do things. But let's just start with where we are. So first of all, I need a open array and a closed array, right? My open array right now is going to have my start tile in it. Wait, start tile, open array or closed array? Yeah, we put start tile in the open. So I'll just define it like that. Right, so now I've got my two arrays. Good. Uh, these are for individual things, so what we're going to do is we're going to loop. So if I find my path, I have to pass it a grid, which is my map, basically. But in the world of A-Star, they call it a grid with nodes. We have a map with tiles. So yes, tile is node. Yeah. Grid of nodes or map of tiles in our parlance. All right, so I'm going to do 0 to grid dot. Does my map have a... Doesn't have an accessor. Well, it needs to have an accessor for it. Height. Levi's going to yell at me again, isn't he? Okay, so we got to loop through this grid. And then we've got to say our current tile is the tile in open with the lowest F cost. So right now, our current tile is the start tile. But find lowest F cost for... Do I need to pass it anything? Open my closed. No, I don't need to pass it anything. Why do I need to iterate over the whole map? I really don't. What I need to iterate over is the... You're right. What am I thinking here? I'm looping, but what I'm looping through open. That would be my current tile, would it not? No, not necessarily. This is my... As cost becomes too high, it should break her next. Well, depends. I mean, what's too high? Define too high. What is each of them? Let's just call it tile for now, because it is a tile, but I don't know what we want to term that yet. Oh, well, yeah, if there's an obstacle or some... Yes. Well, what happens is the costs, the F costs will start going up, and they'll go up in... So what you do is you find the lowest F cost around you, you go there. You find that lowest F cost, you go there. If that gets too more expensive than backtracking, because there's some backtracking that can happen too. It's a weird algorithm that I'm still trying to wrap my head around a little bit of. So we find the lowest F cost of that tile. So yeah. I'm gonna keep doing that. Let the water be magic and flow uphill. Yeah, why not? Find lowest F cost. And what we're gonna do is do a thing. Then we got to remove current tile from open. So I don't think I can. I'm not gonna. It's the best way to. Well, open. Oh. Yeah, open where we really need a heap. So the heap would be able to pop and then rejigger itself for getting all the binary linking straightened out. Yeah. Because I'm gonna. Yes, you're right. Never do that. That's bad. All right, so in order to find my lowest F cost, what I have to do is I have to get my neighbors, right? We're gonna need to put this. Do I want a path? Let's just pass it. I don't want to Ivar that. Although passing it slower than Ivar's, right? I think so. And this is going to be a really tight loop. Oh, true. That's going to be a buy ref. So, right. Okay. The locals are faster than Ivars? Oh, I thought over the course of big loops and stuff it would be faster because I'm not having to pass references around. It's just one reference sitting in the stack. But I believe you. All right, so I've got my neighbors. Oh, because in register. Well, okay, so see, I was thinking that the Ivar went into an in register, which is why I was thinking it would be faster, because then I wouldn't have to reassign. But if it's always a lookup, yeah. But I don't know that much about how Ruby does the bytecode compiling stuff, so I'm sure you know much better than me. Run. All right, so yeah, I'm not sure if that's mruby or cruby or ruby or let's see. My God, I cannot get away from that letter. All right, so what I've got to do here is determine the F cost. So the F cost Nightbots. So what I'm going to have to do is now tiles need to carry the G cost and the H cost. Right? They have to store that for themselves. And then the F cost is just always a calculation of the sum of those two. I'm going to have to carry around the destination tile. Because I've got to calculate the distance to that. So my G cost is going to be... Calc the G cost. Yeah. So I will have... God bless it. The H cost, the heuristics cost, is and this will be something like distance times elevation. Right, so the lower my elevation, the lower that number, which means I should head towards lower elevations based on this heuristic. Now, the good news about this is that the past this. It might be plus and not multiply. It depends on how we want that heuristic to work, because it may be that adding the elevation to the distance ends up doing some weird things where multiplicative things will normalize that out, but we'll have to do a deeper look at that heuristic. It may be that costs are specific for algorithms, should not be stored in the tile because they include distance and for different start and end point. Ah, that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm gonna have to have some place to store those, because I've got to do comparisons. So my open array, right? If this is a heap, what's got to happen is it's got to know the F scores of each of those tiles that are in that heap. So they have to carry those somehow, because the heap has to be able to compare them to each other, right? So that-ish, you think? Well, the value can be 0. The first one's 0. You want it to evaluate to 0, so zeros are fine. Okay, so then what I want is here, this is going to be I don't need these. Okay. Yeah, I love having small generic objects out of the hashes. No, you're not being unhelpful because I wasn't thinking this way. All right, so then this. Wait a second. You take the, okay, the current tile from open, but what goes in open? Because right now, our first iteration, that's always going to be start tile, because that's the only thing in open. Then we move that to closed, and then we're wanting to, if new path to neighbor is shorter. All right, what does that mean though? That lowest F cost, but new path. All right, I think I've got to do some thinking here now that we're getting into the details. I need to do some thinking about which one of these things my F cost is actually sitting in. Which one of these is going to be the heap? I was thinking the open would be the heap. Right? Yeah, because my open is where I'm putting stuff to evaluate. I haven't evaluated yet. I'm looking for the lowest F score. That goes into my closed loop because that is now evaluated as the best next step. So my open this is right, my open has to be my array of tiles, tile hashes. It has to carry the scores. Can I use a lambda in a hash? Can I do that? That syntax may be a little off, but balls. But that would be very convenient. What do you mean an object? Just a new... Oh, yeah. No, I'm not yet because I'm not entirely sure how I'm getting the lowest F cost. I mean, what I will return is a tile hash. But what I got to do is I got to put these... No, not a tile hash. I will return a tile. Let's do this. There may be ways to simplify this code later, but I'm going to step through it right now just to make sure that I understand what's going on. So F score is just the... I can put that in here. Yeah, I should get the tile. Well, that's what I'm doing, is I'm trying to find the lowest F score in open. No. I've got to get these in open and then find the lowest test F score out of those. This isn't the right place. This has to happen, but it needs to happen in a different spot. But let me... All right, let's so this is what's going to be putting things into open. Yeah. So right here, this is, yeah, this is incorrect. It's correct. It's in the wrong place. That's actually what we want there, and that's going to happen after this. Somewhere down here. Right? And this doesn't take this because lowest F cost is just... So this is what we're going to make the heap. So it should, so the heap definition that we make is going to have some kind of so then we'll have another class that's an actual heap. So we won't define it like this. It'll be a heap new thing. Right? Is my thinking right now? Am I there now? Because then after we add these tiles, we're going to go back through and say, okay, now what's the lowest F cost tile out of the new set? That's our current tile now. And we're going to evaluate that by putting its neighbors into open and calculating their costs. Right? And then there's a thing where we have to keep a running total of the cost so far on the path. Yes, you're right. My God. Two different hashes in. What? Who cares? Nobody cares. All right, so I think this thinking is right. I mean, there's some details to work out, but I think the general thinking. All right, so then we want to put the current tile enclosed. Right, so we've added that to our path. Yeah. Not return. Not next. Yeah, we want to exit. Doing Ruby syntax here. So, all right, so then we want to bail. If we've gotten to the end, we don't need to keep going, so we're done. Okay, so this is where we're doing the add neighbor to open stuff. So I don't think we want to add all the neighbors, but we... Okay, my brain is getting loopy. I think I better call it for today and do some more thinking and learning and cogitating on this. But we did make good progress because we got this neighbors thing worked out. So now I know how to get all the neighbors of a tile, which is nice. Make sure all our specs work. They do not. Oh. See? You guys let me forgot to require this. Live coding session via Discord. Yeah, I could. We'd be up here. Okay, so I've got to fail with my A star, but that's because we haven't actually implemented that yet. So, make that a skip for now. Okay, cool. And let's make sure that I'm gonna comment this out for the moment. And I'm going to comment this out for the moment because that will blow up. Return nil for the moment. I mean, we'll have to fix this, but I'm getting to the point of loopy here, so I think I need to. I think I'm going to call it for today. I'll put this back up and do some more thinking. I'll probably be asking you guys questions in Discord about this as I do some more thinking through it. But I've got with 3 hours of sleep, I'm not. This is the end of my brain power for the day. I need to shut down for a little while. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. As always, I really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. It's super fun, and I'm learning a whole lot. I hope that you're enjoying these times too. Even if it's just to come and make fun of me, which is very, very easy to do, but that's cool. I got thick skin. I like it. I enjoy it. Anyway, if you did, please like and subscribe, or follow if you're on Twitch. It helps me out a lot and doesn't cost you anything. I'm really looking forward to Thursday. We've got the party going on, so you guys are welcome to show up. Just make sure your Zoom is updated. And make sure if you're going to come in, join the Zoom as a name different than what I know you from Discord. Please ping me and let me know that you're coming in as a different name, because I'm not going to just let any old person in. I want to know who I'm letting in there. But I don't want to exclude anybody just because I don't recognize their name. And let's have a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to that. So we'll see you guys again Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Greenwich. I'm gonna open the Zoom room up at a half hour early, so that we can kind of get together. I can do some sound testing and get everything straightened out production wise before the show starts. But then we should have lots of fun, and we've got lots of really fun announcements for the DR community and Product Dev Show coming on Thursday. So you guys will want to be there at the beginning, because I'm going to start with some pretty cool announcements. So don't miss that stuff. Anyway, I will see you on Thursday, and until then, happy programming!